Doug Walker. You're watching the Kreyz House, Crazy McCormick.
What the fuck is up, y'all? Crazy McCormick up in this bitch. Welcome to the Kreyz House. It's been a while, I think, since I've actually opened up the show like that. Give me a second. I'm trying to adjust the audio settings. Sometimes I feel like when I'm using this headset, I feel like the microphone isn't catching very much, and it juts in and out every once in a while. So, like, just watching the recaps and shit like that. So, Johnny, how's your mother? How's everybody's week? Mine was emotionally exhausting, but we'll get into that never. Do I have... You know what? I totally fucking forgot beverages. Kreyz House is in live in effect, and I'm already fucking shit up. Give me a sec. Of course, something's got to be fucked up. I've got to forget something, or it's a rush job, which is basically the whole confines of this fucking episode. Due to the fact that, like, last week I had issues trying to grab news, which I thought was interesting. Fagel Lovers was down, and so because of that, I had to scramble to try to find anything that I could possibly find. And what ended up being interesting, it was probably the most live in the live chat that my show has been ever, if not for a very long time. But we got to talk about some shit, and I got to figure out how to fucking use this internet, how to use this damn thing. So let's go ahead and get into the show. Okay, so first and foremost, I want to say that Juggalo Ohio has come and gone. And from what I understand, it seems that, nobody said anything negative about it. Like from the things that I saw on Instagram with pictures and videos that I had seen and clips and stuff, it looked like everybody that I knew was having a good time. And, there were quite a few people that I saw that I follow that showed up at Juggalo Ohio 3. Jane Doe being one of them. She was there. I saw pictures from Nick Bizarre. Of course, the Silver Booth Boys being from Ohio. They were there. Quite a few other people, including, obviously, the people that are here on this fucking list. And I would probably say that this is a continuation. There was even a fucking joke about the whole Super 8 motel thing, because of what happened last year. There was like a fucking cuckold party or something like that at a Super 8 motel last year, or a gangbang of some sort in one of the hotels. Because if there's anything Juggalo about fucking doing something like that, whether it be, it's got to be a gangbang, and it's got to be in Juggalo, Ohio. I mean, shit, the Gathering's already had a Raw Dog line, you know what I'm saying? But from what I hear, this has actually been a success. I'm pretty sure that there are people out there who want to try to say otherwise, but if Juggalo Ohio hasn't been successful, then there wouldn't be a Juggalo Ohio 3. And that's really all that I have to say about that. I didn't go to Juggalo Ohio. I was busy working and doing stuff here on YouTube, doing my thing on Twitch, which, by the way, Twitch has actually been rather fucking successful. I got one last fucking shot out of the box to try to gain as much as I can to try to hit the high score, so to speak, which is, as of right now, about $300 made this month. I find that very fucking cool. To be totally honest, like I said before, like this is kind of a rush job with this episode. So Fago Lovers posted some stuff. Half the shit that they posted, I already fucking talked about. So there's only going to be like maybe a tidbit of information here or there with some new shit. But this is the next thing that I was going to talk about, because I talked about this last week. Lights Out 7 coming out. And to my shock and awe, the person who you would think would be hosting this, a certain host of hosts, you would think that they'd be fucking hosting this event because of the fact that they have a good in with Project Born. Nope. Nope, not that motherfucker at all. I was after I ended a stream on Twitch playing Dragon Quest VI still, I decided to raid a channel, one that I haven't raided in a while, and it ended up being this motherfucker, Keegan, the creep. Keegan, still the homie. He remembers me, which I love, because like he and I have had this fucking kinship. Like, he likes a lot of newer video games, and I'm stuck in my old ways with video games, but I think that it's cool that he and I can kind of bounce off each other with that video game knowledge and shit. And I rated him, and at some point, when he ended the show, and he ended up saying that he was going to be the one that is hosting Lights Out 7. And the first thing I thought of, well, That's leagues above who I thought it was going to be. So seeing that, I was like, you know what? It's on a Saturday. Maybe I could see about after, and it's like very close to being after the gathering. So maybe I could see about whether or not I could fucking hit up that event. It's on a Saturday, and it's like shortly after the gathering of the Juggalos. And on top of that, it's in Pontiac, Michigan. So why couldn't I? Like I think that would be interesting to fucking check out Lights Out. It'd be nice to see Project Born again. I haven't seen Frank Nitti since like that one New Year's Eve show that they opened up for ICP at Harpo's a few years back. So it's been a couple years. Plus, I'm pretty sure that there's some other ninjas that I know from the Saginaw and Flint area and the Detroit area that would probably hit that up. From what I'm to understand, like, I mean, you take a look at this flyer, like, you still got Light, Zool's up in there, Dayton Family, Project Born, Buckshot, Jared Benton, Alazuli Lu, Kung Fu Vampire, MMFFD, Wicked Wood, like those guys are going to be fucking there. I might as well see that. I know, right? First they diss him, and then they take his job, and now he's a shut-in. So, I might just see about possibly making my presence known at the Crowfoot. Everybody in Wicked Wood is the homies, so I haven't seen those guys in a while. I haven't talked to Gravy in a while either. I haven't seen fucking Crazy. I would like to have a banter with them, and also, fucking hit up Hulk Hoagie, give him a glizzy, because glizzy gang, fam, glizzy gang or don't bang, damn it. Which, damn it, that made me think of another thing that I gotta fucking look up, because like something else ended up happening. So I gotta fucking Google something and see if I can find uh the video that's on my mind. Yeah, because there was a fucking there was a thing on Instagram that I saw. I thought it was really funny. And I can't find it. I saw it on TikTok, I saw it on Instagram, and basically I'll tell you what it is. It's a fucking there's a guy that does like parody songs, and most of the time they're usually about food. And I was wondering how long it was going to be before the motherfucker did an ICP cover. And lo and behold, he did eventually do said ICP cover, where he covered the song Homies, but it's called Conies. And it's funny as hell. Like this, like, and so like in the in the comments section, I wrote Glizzy Gang or Don't Bang, and I got a couple of juggalos that knew about the Glizzy Gang Ravioli Gang joke that happened a few years back on Facebook, and it's still kind of going on. Apparently, Hulk Hoagie wants to reignite that shit because he went back to talking shit about fucking hot dogs. So, the Noodle Boy is definitely on some other shit. But unfortunately, it passed my mind. I didn't even think about it. One thing, but like that's how it is for a lot of things. And this is something, by the way, the next thing that I want to talk about is the fact that this wasn't even on Fago Lovers, but it has been going around. So I'm sure juggalos around the way have actually heard about this shit. That Fago is coming out with 2 new flavors. So you got Super Pop and Bubble Pop. Blah. And obviously, bubble pop is going to taste like bubble gum. But then you got the super pop, and some juggalos are like, well, what's that supposed to taste like? What's super pop gonna taste like? Being the fact that I'm from Michigan, we have a flavor of ice cream. If you haven't heard, it's usually like a red and blue and yellow mixture. It's like three different flavors, and it's called Superman. And I don't know exactly how to explain Superman ice cream, but like from what I'm to understand, I mean, like I grew up with it. I love the flavor of Superman ice cream. So like Superman ice cream is a huge fucking thing, especially with like getting it at Purple Cow in Myers, or you can get it through Hudsonville Ice Cream, which they call it Scooperman. This is one of those flavors of ice cream that you can't even fucking get through Ben and Jerry's, which thank fucking Christ because they went full libtard, and and I don't like Ben and Jerry's ice cream anyways. But Super Pop is basically going to taste like Superman ice cream. At least that's what the argument is. So the next time that you're in Michigan and maybe some areas of Indiana, Illinois, and Ohio, you might be able to fucking get yourself a small quart or a pint of Superman ice cream. Try it for yourself, and that's what you'll be able to expect with the Super Pop Fago. If you haven't tried it already, but if you have tried it already, that's probably what Superman ice cream is supposed to fucking taste like. Yeah, that's a question that I like. I've been hearing those phrases like "we out here" and "we laugh at you." We're all laughing at you, and that's the only thing that comes to my mind is who the fuck is we? Like, does he have a fucking cockroach in his back pocket that is like fucking giggling or something like that? I don't know. No, it's not even that it's annoying as fuck. It's stupid as fuck because I guarantee you he would not answer the question. Or maybe, because, and he's definitely not smart enough to be like, the royal we, the editorial. I'm waiting for it. Well,
And by the way, I just want to say, fuck Crazy McCormick. Whack as fuck.
Justin Temple with that $1.99. Thank you, homie. I appreciate that shit. There it is. It took a while. It took a while for it to pop up, but it finally fucking popped up. But yeah, so yeah, bubblegum pop. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be like, what that reminds me of? It reminds me of like either Bubblicious or Bubble Tape. Maybe it's at least it's not fruit stripe gum flavored Fago. Oh my god, that would be terrible. Could you imagine that? Where it's like the taste is excellent for 5 seconds, and then after, aw. Like that would be that bubble. That would be fruit stripe gum flavored Fago. Oh my god, no, bubble yum, motherfucker. Like I'm hoping that's what it is. And on top of that, it's like, how did it take Fago so fucking long to be like, you know what? We need to have bubblegum flavored pop. It took them long enough to figure out fucking firework Fago. But we're gonna get on to some other shit. So this is the shit that I was trying to fucking talk about last week, where I was like, yeah, Violent J made another fucking post, and he's talking about new album dropping at the Gathering. So this is the post, and this is actually the picture that I was trying to find. Kyle, god damn it, Kyle, what are you talking about? Bubblegum soda sounds awful. No, dude, like that works great for me because how fucked up my teeth are. I haven't had bubblegum in a long time and I kind of miss the flavor, but I don't like the texture. So getting something like that, I'd be happy with that. So this makes me question, like ICP's new album drops at the Gathering, and people are already making speculations as to whether or not it's going to be the sixth or if it's going to be like an in-between album, kind of like how Bizarre Bizarre was. But it's interesting to me because like Violent J keeps on going back and forth about, any information about the sixth. He said something before about how he doesn't have any ideas about the sixth. He's putting more focus into JCW, which from what I understand is doing quite well, by the way. God damn it, my chair is fucking busted. It keeps on. Still waiting on my area to carry those flavors. I haven't seen them yet, but then again, I never see Faygo at the gas stations anymore. And if I do, it's usually the default flavors, which makes me unhappy. The one up the road from my house used to have firework Faygo, and then I stopped showing up to buy it, so I guess they don't have it anymore. But anyways, yeah. So this shit, it's yeah. Shaggy said that it wasn't true, that it was going to, that the six was dropping. But then, and that was like right after Jay ended up accidentally putting out a fucking thing on Instagram about the next album. And he's like the sixth at the gathering. And then Shaggy was asked about it on the Shaggy show, and he said that it wasn't coming out. And then Jay ended up having an interview where he was talking about how he can't work on an album because if he does, he needs to have 100% focus on that album, which is why JCW kept on falling apart. So right now, his main focus is primarily on JCW, and no albums are going to be coming out anytime soon. Especially the sixth. And then after that, this shit fucking pops up. Whereas like ICP's new album drops at the Gathering. Okay, well, whatever. Which is it? Like, dude, you are fucking playing mind games with the Juggalo community, and it's like, okay, look, this is the type of shit that comes out of a fucking bad relationship with a dumb bitch. All right. Are you trying to gaslight us and make us confused on purpose about whether or not a new album's coming out? Basically, at this point, it's like, okay, Jay could post this for the fourth, fifth, or fucking sixth time prior to the Gathering of the Juggalos coming up, and I'm just gonna say, you know what? I'll believe it when I see it. I better see a fucking trailer pop up, which trailers don't pop up for album releases like that anymore, unless you're like underground. you know. Good news is he's fat right now, so his behavior doesn't seem to be drug fueled. Now, it all depends on the drugs. Like, you remember how fat he was when he was fucked up on pills and NyQuil all the time, you know? So he ended up fucking losing all of that weight just due to fucking, like a combination of pills, NyQuil, and bad road food at fucking Waffle House all the time, during pretty much right after the fit, was when he was at his largest. Right after Bizarre Bizarre. The motherfucker was rocking 6X t-shirts and shit. And so, but I don't know, he's been losing weight again, and he looks rather healthy. And I think he's actually finally off the H. Maybe. But he's also been doing ketamine and mushrooms and shit. Yeah, the Bang Pow Boom era wasn't that great too. So let's see. Keizu says, another thing to keep in mind, it's almost April Fool's Day, just saying this would be a good joke. It would be if this wasn't posted like a week or two ago. So where's the fucking joke at that point? You know what I'm saying? There's no real this goddamn chair. I need a new chair, fam. This might be a hot take, but Fred Fury era really did it for me. In a good way or in a bad way. You got to be a little bit more specific. So when it concerns Violent J talking about a new album coming out at the Gathering of the Juggalos, I'll believe it when I see it. And whatever it is, I'm sure that it'll be fine. I'm sure that it'll be an okay release. I bet you it's probably just going to be like an in between thing, kind of similar to how it was with Bazaar, because like they claim to have the idea of what the sixth Joker card is, but they just haven't fucking put any work into it, you know. Oh yes, we also got some wrestling news. So this one popped up. I saw this. Violent J is having a special solo performance as of right now. So if you're in the fucking Sauget, Illinois area, you might want to get your ass over to watch GCW, America's Most Wanted, because Violent J's there as we speak. So if you're in Illinois, in that Sauget area, what the fuck are you doing watching my shit? Leave the house. Go touch some grass, assuming that you're not in the middle of a fucking tornado, because I was earlier today. Literally, there was a tornado touched not too far away from the airport. And I live like 20 minutes away from the fucking airport. 70-mile-per-hour winds and all that other shit. But nevertheless, if you're in Illinois, like around Pops, leave the house right now. Head over there. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to make it if you're not there already. And why is it that, like, and by the way, Fago Lovers posted this 4 days ago. Okay? 4 days ago. Way to go with keeping up with the goddamn news. So that way I can fucking jack it. Like, it wouldn't have mattered anyways. Like, if they, it wouldn't, yeah, like I'm saying, it wouldn't have mattered either way, just due to the fact that, I'm trying to fix this goddamn chair. Yeah, just due to the fact that Fago Lovers was down last week, at the time that I was trying to fucking come up with news. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch. I have not watched that music video since it first came out. Like, sometimes it's like one of those things, like, music videos is just one of those things where it's like, I can only really watch them like once, maybe twice. Once to fucking react to it, and the second time, way down the line in terms of nostalgia. But since we're on the topic of wrestling, there's another thing that's coming up, and at least this is fucking popping up way in advance. So this is a free JCW lunacy show, and it's happening in Las Vegas, Nevada, at the Neonopolis. Midnight PST, April 19th. So, 419 if you got a minute. See, you know what? Like, booking like this confuses me. So, like, do you have to be there on the 18th by 11:59, and then at the stroke of midnight on the 19th it fucking starts, or is it like the 24 hours after that? Like, shit like that makes no. I hate the way that's fucking that's put up. Like, I don't like it. I don't want it. But apparently, like, JCW is going to be free, and on top of that, Violent J is going to be in concert. So catch Violent. Yeah, it says catch Violent J. Oh yeah, that's another thing too. WrestleCon. So WrestleCon, like, if you look at the very bottom of that, WrestleCon in Las Vegas, and it says you can catch Violent J and the JCW crew live at WrestleCon April 17th to the 20th. So I'm guessing there's a tie-in with those two things now. So you'll be able to watch JCW for free if you go to WrestleCon. And of course, on there it shows all of the fucking stars that are available. Probably. I don't know. Depending. Ricky Morton's getting up there. But Ricky Morton, by the way, is the current Battle Royal champion, which I'm still confused about how that fucking title works. But then you also have Willie Mack, Danny Moe, and fuck, I can't remember who these guys are, because I know that they're not the Brothers of Funstruction. Is that the Backdoor Riders? I think that might be who it is. I'm not sure. But since we're on the topic of fucking wrestling, and this is all the Juggalo news that I have, but we still got a little things here and there when it concerns fucking professional wrestling. So as of right now, anybody who's a fan of professional wrestling knows that we're currently on the fucking road to WrestleMania, and with that comes the WWE Hall of Fame. Now, for the last, 2-3 years, Rude Boy has been vying to try to get Insane Clown Posse in the WWE Hall of Fame, right? And still, so far, no answer. However, here's what they have as of right now, which, in all honesty, it's like, okay, look, there are certain characters that are going to pop up in WWE's Hall of Fame that are, I would say, rather much more fucking deserving than ICP. Should ICP be in the Hall of Fame? Absolutely. I mean, the stuff that they, like, they've done stuff with the WWE, WCW, ECW, TNA, and Ring of Honor. And TNA is now working, they're coincidingly working with the WWE as of right now. Obviously, somebody said his name and Joe Hendry appeared at the fucking Royal Rumble. And he's also showed up in NXT. So with Insane Clown Posse, with their line of work that they have done, and co-working on top of that, JCW with TNA, like, it makes sense that Insane Clown Posse, whether people want to admit it or not, do have a stake in the realm of professional wrestling. And hell, there have been people who have been inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame that have never worked for the WWE, that have only done stuff in, like, Japan or in fucking NWA. And right now, JCW is slowly rising. Like, I feel like that, in a sense, JCW is on the boom. And Violent J fucking, Violent J has been working on the booking for for JCW pretty fucking harsh. And I think that it would be dope as fuck. But here are the current ones that they have on there. And the first person that they announced the induction of was Triple H. I hate, by the way, the fact that they keep on fucking dropping the kayfabe and they're actually calling Triple H by his real goddamn name. It annoys the piss out of me. Listen, WWE, I have known Paul Levesque as Triple H since he was Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Okay? During the fucking New Generation. When he was like the blue blood from Greenwich, Connecticut, coming out in a fucking horse jockey outfit. Up to the point where he was tag teaming with HBK as D-Generation X. Everybody knows Paul Levesque as Triple H. Okay? I do not want to keep hearing Paul Triple H Levesque. It burns the fucking it brings my piss to a boil. All right, it's the same thing as if I were to hear Phil CM Punk Brooks. Okay, like that would annoy the shit out of me. Keep the kayfabe. Nobody calls Paul Levesque Paul Levesque. Everybody calls him Hunter, Triple H, Trips. Like, those are the only fucking names that you are allowed to give. I don't call Sting Steve Borden, all right? I don't call Hulk Hogan Terry Bollea. I only call The Rock Dwayne when it's deserving of it. Basically, it's like, okay, look, when people see me, it's like, okay, everybody knows my real name is Kevin, but nobody in the Juggalo community addresses me as Kevin. Everybody really just addresses me as Crazy McCormick. Okay? It's kind of like when you have that fucking nickname, it's a respect thing. You know? Like, to me, I feel like, okay, look, we have a gimmick, we have a character name. It's a respect thing to keep the kayfabe, in a sense. But anyways, yeah, so fucking Hunter is now being inducted, and it's about goddamn time, too. Oh yeah. That's another fucking can of worms. You know what? I'm gonna I'm gonna have to look that up right now. Yeah, because I totally forgot about that. Thank you for fucking uh reminding me of that shit. Because I gotta watch the. I gotta fucking yeah. I definitely need to say some shit about that. But yeah, so on top of Triple H, Lex Luger, very deserving of being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, is finally being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. So yeah, Lex Wheels Luger is finally the total package, the narcissist, or as Bobby Heenan would pronounce it, the narcissist, because he doesn't know how to pronounce narcissist correctly, I guess. But yeah, the Lex Express, the narcissist, the total package, Lex Luger is going to be inducted, and very deserving, regardless as to what the rumors were. I mean, the only reason why Lex hasn't been inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame as long as he has been is because of that stuff that happened with Miss Elizabeth that he really had nothing to do with. Toxicology reports literally fucking showed that all it was the fact that she mixed the pills that she was on with liquor, and it created a fucking that's what fucking killed her. It made her fucking die in her sleep. Now, the only reason why Lex has never been fucking inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame because of that was because the rumor mill was going around saying that he was the one that was giving her the pills, and he was the reason why she drank as heavily as she did, because he beat her ass one time or twice. But like at the same time, it's like, just like anything else in professional wrestling, in the WWE, things can be looked over or all can be forgiven in shit like that. So it's like, yeah, um, like Lex Luger might have made a mistake. So, you know what I'm saying?
My family is in the worst mess.
That's the one that you were talking about. But we'll get into that in a minute because that's not what I wanted to talk about. I need to add that though. But so yeah, going back to this, we're gonna go back to this one. That was terrible. I wasn't even trying to play that motherfucker. So yeah, Triple H, Lex Luger, and for some reason Michelle McCool. Why just Michelle McCool? Like, to me, that doesn't make sense. Michelle McCool, yeah, because but a vast majority of the shit that she fucking was doing during the time that she was prominent in professional wrestling, Layla L had shit to do with it. Now I find this very interesting to say the least because don't there's another one of those WWE shows where they're like trying to fucking find the next big fucking gimmick character or something like that. They got another fucking reality show. And Mickey James was one of the people who was judging or coaching or whatever. It seems like it was like The Voice, but for wrestling or some shit like that. And so each fucking coach has like two or three prospects and shit. And this I thought was interesting because I heard about this and I saw a little bit of it, but there was an episode where Michelle McCool was on there and Mickey James was one of the coaches, by the way. And then all of a sudden, Mickey James is being fucking released from being one of the coaches. And who is she being replaced by? Michelle McCool. So who's not to say that Michelle McCool also might have possibly replaced Mickey James when Mickey James ought to also be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame because of the shit that she fucking was going through with the WWE. How she got introduced into the WWE with her gimmick being like a fucking stalker of Trish Stratus, which is awesome. But ironically, fucking Tori was doing the same thing with Sable, but Mickey James was a lot easier to work with Trish Stratus on trying to get like some sort of a pseudo lesbian angle going on, where she's like so engulfed in uh, Trish Stratus's life that she begins to fall in love with her. Because Tori was supposed to do the same thing with Sable, but Sable didn't want to do a lesbian angle, and they fired Sable because of it. And they kept Tori, and then they made her a member of DX for some fucking reason. But yeah, so it seems like, but like the it's weird to me because of how Michelle McCool's story revolves around Mickey James's as well, because of how it was with Lay Cool, which I personally think that Michelle McCool and Layla L should be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame at the same time. They were co-holders of the Divas title. Okay, and they both were having a feud with Mickey James, over Mickey James being a thick chick, which she definitely filled them fucking jeans. But like they had the whole fucking heel gimmick, making fun of her, calling her Piggy James, stuffing her face in cake, and all of this other stuff. But like Mickey James ended up getting the last laugh and ended up winning the fucking title, nevertheless, even though it was Michelle McCool that was holding it the entire time. But like, they like Michelle McCool fucked her over on that fucking storyline, and then she fucked her over on this fucking reality show that she was coaching Greenhorns on. And now she's being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, and she's fucking coaching this, like basically taking over Mickey James's coach spot. So it's like, that's weird. But, oh yeah, and I almost forgot the fact that she's Undertaker's wife. Okay. And Undertaker was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame last year, if I'm not mistaken. So that's kind of interesting that she's like riding the fucking under coattails. The Undertaker coattails. What the fuck is wrong with this chair? It keeps on fucking falling. But anyways, yeah, so like those are, so as of right now, those are the singles competitors that are being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. As of right now, there's one tag team that is also being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. And it ain't the Headbangers, it's the fucking Natural Disasters. So think about this, okay? John Tenta, the Shark, the Earthquake, okay? And also Golga of the Parade of Human Oddities. That, as of right now, John Tenta being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame is the closest that we're getting right now to the Insane Clown Posse being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. If you want to think about it in a strange, twisted sense that makes sense because they're all fucking oddities. Okay? And then right below him, the Shock Master. The fucking Shockmaster is getting inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. But they're not getting inducted as John Tenta and fucking like, they're getting inducted, they're getting inducted as Earthquake and Typhoon. That's why they're the Natural Disasters. It's not the Shark and the Shockmaster. But really, it's the Shark and the fucking Shockmaster. So yeah. Golga of the Oddities and the Shockmaster. Yeah, the Shockmaster bit was a bit shocking, to say the least. But like I said, having John Tenta inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame as of right now is the closest that we have to the Insane Clown Posse getting inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. He's an oddity, so like all that he's missing is a fucking gold mask and a Cartman shirt and a Cartman doll and pajama bottoms, and you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. But yeah, could have been Edge and Christian and the Hardy Boys. Their time will come. Like the Dudley Boys the Dudley Boys got inducted because Devon decided that he wanted to retire. Okay, Bubba still had a couple left in him, and those guys, man, they fucking hit it hard. I think between the three groups, the Dudleys were the oldest, so it made sense for the Dudleys to fucking get inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. Matt and Jeff, yes, they have their fucking, they have their shit. Jeff primarily, he has his fucking troubles with alcohol and shit like that, but at the same time, they inducted RVD into the fucking Hall of Fame, right? And he was probably high when he did his acceptance speech. And then Edge and Christian, I feel like that Edge and Christian, they still got a few years left in them. But right now, they're probably not going to get inducted because of the fact that they're working with AEW. I hate this fucking chair, by the way. Now, when it concerns the WWE Hall of Fame as a whole, I have found some of the things that they have done interesting. Okay? They have their singles competitors. They have their tag team competitors. And that was great. They have their fucking managers. It took a minute for a referee to finally get inducted, but that was in the form of a fucking Warrior Award, right? Tim White got inducted as a Warrior Award, and that doesn't even count towards the fucking WWE Hall of Fame. Okay, there's so many people that work other than the professional wrestlers that do need to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. Referees such as Mike Chioda, Earl Hebner, Little Nate. Tim White needs to be inducted as an actual fucking referee. Okay? But then, but you also have like some other people, managers and shit like that. Like, didn't the Grand Wizard get fucking inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame? Then they have the celebrity wing. Then you have the Warrior Award wing. Then you have the Legacy Collection, which is which they're just like, okay, we're just gonna grab a fistful of old wrestlers that were from the bygone era and just throw them into the pit. So you have people like the Nature Boy Buddy Rogers thrown into that fucking mix, Arnold Scalland, and a whole, and fucking Nick Bockwinkel, and a whole bunch of other people that people barely fucking remember, And now they have a new thing. Yeah, we even have, well, Trump was technically in the celebrity wing, okay, because he was inducted as a celebrity before he got, before he became president of the United States. But there's like so many other, there's like all of these different wings. You have the singles competitor wing. You have the fucking, the tag teams. Then you've got the managers. Then you still, like I said, still haven't technically had anything based off of referees. But then you also have the celebrity wing, the fucking legacy wing. You have the fucking Warrior Award. Now they decide to do a new thing. The Immortal Moment. They're inducting matches. They induct a match before they actually put in Dangerous Danny Davis or fucking, as I said before, Dave and Earl Hebner. They're like, what's next? Storylines? Maybe they'll induct Dave and Earl Hebner for the fucking evil referee gimmick or something like that. But now, granted, okay, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. This was an epic classic match. Okay, this is a match that some people still talk about to this day. The submission match between Bret the Hitman Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin. And if I remember correctly, it was supposed to be for the Intercontinental title. I think. But what I do remember, bro, is the fact that, what up, Collectibles? Collectibles is the homie, by the way. Look at 89 just fucking gawking. It's like, I'm so starstruck at the guy who's about ready to fucking hit the highest number of subscribers in a Juggalo, like one of the highest, like one of the highest, I should say. Not the highest, but one of the highest. Because there's still a long way to go. The last person I saw who had like the highest number of fucking subscribers on YouTube was Twisted Ash. She still counts. But anyways, yeah, this match, very rememberable. And the reason being is because, like, looking at this fucking poster, I remember this match. Now, granted, I'm not happy about the fact that they're adding matches as a fucking induction. You know, like the match though, in and of itself, was iconic. What the fuck happened to my picture? Something fucking happened? Is my internet fucking going nuts? Okay, something fucking happened. I need to find this. Where is it? Nope, that's not the one. Okay, something happened. Give me a second. There we go, I fixed it. But anyways, yeah, so like yes, this is a very iconic match. What the fuck? Am I getting fucked with here? Damn you. Something's fucking happening. Something happened to the goddamn picture. I don't know what happened, but this damn thing keeps on fucking disappearing on me. Okay, hopefully it doesn't go away. Or maybe it has something to do with, yeah, it probably has something to do with what's going on the computer. You know what? I'm blaming the goddamn chair. Alright? It's my chair's fucking fault. I keep on feeling it dropping. Stop putting up pictures of John Cena. This chair is fucking retarded. Alright, so did I get the video? Yep. Okay, so I have the video that was being talked about. So I just have to add it onto the playlist and we'll call it good. Okay, so anyways, let's try to see if I can get back to this. But the one thing that's iconic about this fucking match that you can't obviously see is here, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna try to close out some of these fucking things. Hopefully that helps out. I can feel my chair dropping. I hate this chair. The chair does not need to be dropping like this. But anyways, so the thing about this match that you obviously can't fucking see because my computer is being a dick is I see this picture and I think to myself that crimson mask that Stone Cold Steve Austin had. The crimson mask that Stone Cold had at the end of the match, in which he was in the sharpshooter, blood pouring out of his fucking face, right? Not once did the man tap out. Instead, he passed the fuck out. He did not tap once. Instead, he fucking just passed the fuck out, and that's what caused Bret Hart to win. And I think both of them were pissed off. Like the whole fucking kit and caboodle of it ended up just ending.
Family is
Okay. So now this is showing something. I don't know. I think I might have to just I don't know what the fuck is going on, but for some fucking reason yeah, for some reason this isn't this isn't running the video correctly. And I don't know why. It was fine up until this point. But anywho, so like but like the match in and of itself, very fucking iconic. And I can kind of understand if this is the way they want to they want to induct matches into it. I guess this is a good start. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin, you know? And there's so much history with Stone Cold. There's also so much history with Bret the Hitman Hart. So I guess that it would make sense. Now, somebody ended up, I don't remember who, I think it was 89 or somebody else. Yeah, it was 89 that in the chat was talking about the whole Linda McMahon thing. So basically, Linda McMahon ended up, I guess, the well ran dry for Linda McMahon. Or not Linda McMahon, Linda Hogan. So she, like, this actually popped up, and it's weird just looking at her and seeing the way that she looks. Not the best of shape. But yeah, we're going to watch this.
My family is in the worst mess.
Hulk Hogan's ex-wife Linda breaks down on social media.
Look at the difference. You see the difference between the two? Like the way that she was and the way that she is now. What happened? She must have.
My family is in the worst mess.
No, you are in the worst mess because you cheated on Hulk Hogan and try to say, oh, he cheats all the fucking time. Yeah, that's kind of something that happens when you're on the road. You know, interestingly enough, that is something that was spoken on earlier this week. Some of the homies were talking about things that happen on the fucking road. You know, these things happen. When Hogan's gone, trying to be your meal ticket for 300 days out of the year being on the road, things happen, and tab A sometimes inserts into different, slot Bs. And, like that's kind of like almost a commonplace for 80s wrestlers. But then she cheats on him with a friend of Brooke Hogan's that she knew from high school. And then divorces Hogan, takes half the fucking money, takes the $7 million, and then tries to live the high life and shit. And my assumption is, yeah, she probably blew through it all.
Hulk Hogan's ex-wife Linda breaks down on social media. The ex-wife of wrestling legend Hulk Hogan,
brother,
takes to Instagram March 27th to share a shocking video where she details the family's divide.
Yeah. And you know what's funny about this? It's like, okay, look, she's a fucking money-grubbing whore. He's a fucking compulsive liar and a cheater. Their son, Nick, is a bloated alcoholic. And Brooke Hogan is just fine. Like she's the normal one.
In the video,
oh, she looks like she could be on methadone with those face sores. Classic sign. Damn. Yeah, because it's like, look at what happened to her. Like she looks good in this. Like apparently you could clearly see that she lived a much better life when she was with Hogan. And she's the one who decided that the grass was possibly greener on the other side.
Linda tearfully opens up to her followers about the estrangement from her daughter Brooke.
Okay, so I'm just home by myself today. Again, as usual. I'm okay with most things, but today something hit. I don't know what hit, but...
Oh, I can clearly tell you what it is. You fucked up, okay? You were living the good life, and you tended to think that your life could be better without Hulk Hogan in it, right? When Hogan came to TNA and ruined everyone. Nah, bro, I personally think that there was something, like she probably thought that she had had enough of being with Hogan and that she was going to divorce him and take a fucking cut and she'd be able to live happily ever after. But being so used to having such a lavish lifestyle with being married to Hulk Hogan for as many years as she was, she wouldn't be able to hack normalcy. She wouldn't be able to hack a normal life. She's got to spend. And that's exactly what she fucking did.
I look terrible because I've been crying.
Oh yeah, well that methadone mark on your fucking chin is not from crying. She took 70% of Hulk's money? Bro.
And yesterday I went to try to go have Botox and shit, and they...
Are you fucking serious? I went to go get some Botox, and that's why I have the herpy lip. Bro, you had $7 million. $7 million. Look, I'm a normal guy. I would be set with $7 million for the rest of my fucking life. I learned how to invest my money. I learned how to fucking earn interest in my money. Like, literally, if I found the right bank account, I could take $1 million out of that 700, and that would be enough to pay my bills right now. Right now. What's her fucking excuse, man? Why the fuck am I choppy? Like, for some reason, my shit is choppy. Like, that's sad to see Linda Hogan like this.
It bruised me, like, I don't know. But
That don't look like a needle bruise.
it's been 15 or longer years since I got left Hulk.
15 or so, like she lost fucking track of time. You know, blowing through $7 million. What the fuck, bro?
Hulk Hogan. And my family is in the worst mess. Brooke doesn't talk to us. She's had twins. She got married. She didn't tell us. She had twins. She didn't tell us. She had a huge fight with Terry. I don't know how that reflected onto me, but she cut me out too. I haven't talked to her for 7 years. Almost.
Have you tried to fucking get in touch with her? I mean, maybe you living the way that you live might be, I don't know, toxic to her? Like, ever since Brooke fucking released that one album, she's been completely out of the public eye and shit. And, like, she's living a normal life. Hogan is Hogan, you know? Yeah, exactly. I don't agree with everything Hulk Hogan does either. And you're right. The man came back from the grave after that divorce. Like, the man hustled, okay? And now he's got money again. He's got his popularity again. And he also has great American beer, brother. You know, he's got that beer fucking thing going on. What has Linda done? Okay? Linda thought that she'd be able to live on Easy Street, leaving Hulk Hogan. Did she forget that Hulk Hogan, that Terry Bollea, was her goddamn fucking meal ticket? Like, she must have forgot about that. And thought that she'd be able to live the rest of her life off of $7 million. Very unwell spent.
It's 8 years now.
Linda and Hulk tied the knot back in 1983 after dating for several years.
Yep.
They have 2 kids together, Brooke and Nick. The family became famous from the reality show Hogan Knows Best.
Apparently he was right. Hogan did in fact know best. Because Linda's fucked up, Nick's fucked up, Brooke would have been fucked up if she didn't just leave the public eye and went back to normal. You know? You know, like she's living literally a normal life.
In 2005, before ending after 4 seasons in 2007. Around the same time, Linda filed for divorce from the WWE legend. She goes on to call her ex-husband and admits she still struggles with the split.
I have to be honest about what I went through in my marriage with Terry as Hulk Hogan and what it entailed and what it has caused over the years and everything else. He's a complete liar.
I mean, yeah, you know what? That's funny because she's like, I miss him and I made a mistake, but he's a complete and utter fucking compulsive liar.
He is a sex addict.
Okay, well, I mean, is there something wrong with that? Wow, like she's like talking about, man, talk about throwing a motherfucker under the bus, you know?
face out there and know that all these horrible things are going on behind the scenes. Yet he marches on. He marches on like, yeah, oh, I'm promoting my own beer, real American beer. Yeah, look at me.
That's fucking petty. That's fucking petty as hell, bro. I find that incredibly funny. Man, okay, I'm trying to figure out what stuff is causing this damn computer to fuck up. For some reason. It's probably because I didn't fucking refresh the configuration wizard. I don't know. But yeah, like, listen to her. I heard her and Hogan's were swingers. Probably. I mean, it would have made sense to make it a little bit more of a normalcy in the life that they led because of the fact that Hogan was on the road for 300 days out of the year. You know? So it would have made a little bit of sense. But, like, listen to how fucking petty she is over the fact that she left him hanging high and dry, took most of his fucking money, and he basically had to rehabilitate his fucking career. He had to eat crow because of the videos that would come up and shit. But yeah, Hulk moved on. He marched forward. He has a brand. Who are you without Hulk Hogan? Did you forget that? I keep saying that shit.
Woo! Yeah, he's such a hero, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, he stopped Operation Desert Storm from being, he helped Operation Desert Storm by defeating Sergeant Slaughter and Colonel Mustafa. Like, don't you remember that? Like, yeah, he's a great American hero. Like, he got the fucking title back from an Iraqi sympathizer in Sergeant Slaughter and became the WWF World Heavyweight Champion yet again. He saved our country and the WWF. And once again, this fucking thing ended up going out. Dude, everything is going wrong. I forgot my fucking Red Bull at the beginning of the show. My chair keeps on deflating. And now my capture card keeps going out, and everything on my show is fucking choppy as shit. Like, what is causing this to happen? This is not a good day. Like, Jesus Christ. Damn it. I'm about ready to throw this fucking chair across the room. Like, I'm upset. This is upsetting me. But, like, listen to her and how fucking petty she is.
Not. Okay, I'm gonna give you my thumbs down. I've given
0 out of 10. Wouldn't recommend.
him more opportunities to come back and make us a family, and
you left him for a 19-year-old boy, brother. Like, are you fucking serious? Like, I've given him so many chances to come back. Dude, the chick that he's with right now is younger and hotter than you. And you left him fucking hanging in the dust. Why would he want to come back to you?
and try to I'm sorry, it's so sad. And it's been 20 years and I'm still this sad.
As for Hulk, the wrestling icon,
I mean, look at the chick that he's with now. Yeah.
tied the knot with Sky Daily 2 months after getting engaged, back in 2023. But Linda admits she has no plans to do the same.
I do love living alone.
No, you don't.
I don't ever want to be married again after him.
Dude, you just said that you would give him an opportunity to come back. So which is it? Okay, I don't mind being alone, but I miss Terry so much. That fucking liar, sex addict.
Trust me.
Oh God. I mean, dude, like, she looks like he beat her up or something. No. No, no, like my argument with all of this is the fact that she cheated on him and left him. Like, look, age gap aside, she left him to be with somebody else. Like, that's the whole thing. She ended up cheating on him and left him to be with somebody else, and somehow he ended up getting paid alimony if all of us, if suddenly he's like suddenly the fucking sex addict cheater or something like that. But she won alimony, I guess, $7 million, left him to be with some other dude. You know what I'm saying? And she bled the fucking money dry. Like, she bled the well dry. All right, I'm trying to figure out what I can do in order to get this shit to work, because for some reason my shit's choppy as shit. I saw some dude was dating an 80-year-old grandma. Like, oh hell no, I don't support that shit. Hey, dude, remember that really old guy that was dating and married Anna Nicole Smith? There you go. Like, as long as they're legal consenting adults, what's the problem? But my point is like, she cheated on the Hulkster, okay? After saving America during Operation Desert Storm. You know what I'm saying? And fucking some other dumb shit. And it's like, she thought that she'd be able to live a lavish lifestyle off of a small amount of fucking money. You know what I mean? That's the problem. Right? That's the biggest issue on there. Is the fact that she thought that she'd be able to fucking do this shit. And now that the well is run dry, she's by herself. She's not with that guy anymore. And Hogan has moved on with life. And here she is fucking crying because the grass was in fact not greener on the other side. That's what I'm saying. And fuck this chair. And all this other shit. All right, I'm gonna try something in the hopes that if if I stop this somehow, then I could possibly like, how do I do this? Okay, I'm gonna try to stop this and see if I can refresh my configuration wizard. So if I cut this out, then I apologize and I'll have to start a new broadcast. If not, well, I'll see you guys in a second. So just give me a moment.